Okay, Assalamualaikum. So today we are going to look into the new subtopic, that is quantity balance method. So before this, we have looked into flow through pipes in series, parallel, branching, and now we are going to look into the quantity balance method. So quantity balance method, also known as Hardy-Cross method. So it can be used when the heads at various points in pipe network are known. It is necessary to calculate the quantities flowing in each pipe. So meanings we have more than 2 pipes connected in a junction. So we need to know each flow rate in each pipe. So it is an estimation to be made to calculate the flow rate for each pipe. So the head between the junction at each end, meaning from each reservoir of the pipe, is calculated for each pipe from the different head. Meanings we have 3 reservoir with 3 different elevation, so that it will cause the 3 different of head. So we will use the resistance coefficient K. So K, capital letter K. So this is another symbol, but stand for resistance coefficient K. So we will calculate the head loss equal to resistance coefficient times with the flow rate power of 2. So look at this figure. We have 3 reservoirs A, B, and C connected from one junction D. So each reservoir we will have different elevation from the datum. So this is ZC ZC pun ada elevation yang lain from the datum. So this is the datum. So D junction can be estimated from these 3 elevation. Sebab hanya 3 elevation reservoir ni sahaja yang kita tahu. Dan kita kena identify the elevation at point D. So each pipe ada different length, diameter, and of course may have the different flow rate and velocity. So definitely when we have this kind of situation, we will have the flow rate from reservoir A to junction D, and then combined with flow rate from reservoir B to junction D. So these 2 flow rate may flow towards the reservoir C. So therefore reservoir C will receive flow rate in pipe L3, pipe 3 ni may greater than this to another pipe daripada A and pipe from B. So ini yang dia nak cakap dekat sini lah. So flow rate from A and D, AD and BD will be too small. Therefore we can also assume that flow rate in pipe DC will be too great. That's why kita kena identify dia punya head loss by using K times flow rate power of N. K is the resistance coefficient and Q is the flow rate in the pipe. Okay, so this is all the derivation of the formula. So saya nak terus pergi kepada example 2.6. Okay, look at this example. Figure 2.7, okay, shows 3 reservoir A, B and C connected by 3 pipes. Assuming the friction factor F is 0.012 for all pipe. So kita ada F yang sama for the all 3 pipes. And neglecting separation losses, okay, so kita abaikan losses disebabkan oleh pipe entrance, pipe exit, pipe enlargement or contraction. So kita abaikan semua losses yang lain, melainkan kita hanya ambil kira losses due to friction, ya. Okay, so kita to calculate the flow rate and the velocity in each pipe. Assume D at junction D, assume head at junction D is 50 meter. Alright, so look at this. We have EL, okay, at A. EL is elevation level, at A, reservoir A is 80. So EL at reservoir B is 70 and EL at reservoir C is 30. So all this EL measured from apa? Datum. Datumnya di bawah ni. Macam tadi tu kan, figure tadi tu. So kita measure all the EL from this datum. Okay, so now it is not given the D. Kita tak tahu D ni the exact EL berapa, but kita boleh buat assumption, okay, that is D is 50 meter. D is 50 meter. Tapi betul ke D ni 50 meter? Kita kena kira berapa sebenarnya D. Sebab kita tengok location dia, D ni in between A, B, kan, rendah sikit dari B but higher than C. Okay, so bila kita tengok from the figure, we can assume it's like 50 or 60 something. So tapi kita tak tahu. That's why kita dalam topik ni, we need to measure the exact value of D, head of the junction D. Okay, so kita first procedure, we need to make assumption of D is 50 meter. And then kita, by using this for equation, this is head loss, Darcy equation, head loss due to friction, when Q is known, kan, kita ada Q kat sini. Okay, so this is head loss equal to the resistance times flow rate. Okay, so this is the procedure. So terus tengok pada okay, yang ni yang kita kena kira, ya. The correction for the head can be obtained. Okay, so ni yang kita nak tahu. Okay, tadi kita assume D is 50, right? Assume D is 50 meter, tapi kita tak tahu betul ke D tu assume D EL tu is 50 meter. So kita buat a few correction. Okay, iteration method. Ingat lagi, before this kita dah pernah buat iteration method. So method yang sama lebih kurang akan kita apply dalam topik yang ini. Okay, so kita buat correction untuk dapatkan the exact D. Tadi ni assume D 50 meter. So kita kena kira the difference of head. Okay, and then kita akan dividekan the flow rate divide by flow rate over 2H. So kita akan letak formula ni nanti. So kita mulakan dengan first trial. So macam saya cakap tadi, it is the iteration method. So kita ada a few trial. So untuk the first trial, kita akan ambil yang assume D is 50 meter tadi, ya. Okay, so for the first trial, we have reservoir A to D. Okay, kita ada tengok ni kolom pipe daripada reservoir A lah ke junction D. Okay, kita ambil semua daripada reservoir ke junction, reservoir ke junction. Okay, each reservoir ABC. And then also we have the difference of length in pipe. Okay, we have 6,000 5,000 meter, okay, and 6,000 meter. Each different pipe will have different length. So also diameter is also different between each other. So kita masukkan je info yang ada dalam figure tadi. So now first the fourth column we calculate the K. So dari mana datangnya K ni? Dari mana datangnya formula ni? Okay, it is come from the head loss due to friction. Head loss due to friction yang ada Q non Q tu, ya. Okay, FL apa tadi? 3.03. Okay, sorry ya, saya tak ada pen jadi saya terpaksa tulis guna mouse. Okay, so you boleh imagine lah. Okay, 3.03 di power of 5 ni tadi, kan? Okay, so we also have K equal to apa tadi? H equal to, sorry, ni bukan H, ni bukan K. H equal to K Q KQ square, right? Okay, so bila kita rearrange of KQ square. Okay, ni pun tadi Q square, right? So kita ni ada Q square juga. So bila kita rearrange of this formula, we will get K. Kita jadikan K ni di depan lah, kan? Unknown K equal to, so FL over, okay, Q ni akan over dengan Q square akan over dengan Q square. So dia akan di eliminate. Okay, yang tinggal hanyalah FL over 3.03 di power of 5. Okay, so we have also assume H. Macam mana kita dapat assume H? Okay, so this is from the reservoir A punya EL, that is berapa tadi? Reservoir A 8T. So 8T minus 50. So you get 30 kat sini. Alright, 80 minus 50, you get 30. And then from reservoir B to D, reservoir B is 70 minus 50, you get 20. And then from reservoir C to D, so nampaknya dia tulis C to D, so maknanya C tu kena kat depan. Value C is 50, right? 30, value C is 30 minus with 50, so you get negative 20. Alright, and then you put this equation, okay, ni daripada formula yang tu lah tadi, kan? H equal to Q square tu. So you nak dapatkan Q, so you dapat H over K, okay, power of 0.5. So you will have, masukkan all this data. Kita dah tahu H and kita dah tahu K, kan? Kita dah tahu H dan kita dah tahu K. H dan K masukkan, so you will tekan your calculator and you get this answer. So kalau dia symbol negatif, you remain negatif, letak juga negatif, ya. And then to calculate the column Q over 2H. Kenapa kita nak kena ada column ni? Sebab kita nak kira the correction tadi, kan? The correction for the head. So the formula is this one. So Q dah ada, so yang inilah kita nak kena kira pula. So kita kira lah dia, Q over 2H. Q kita dah ada, Q kita dah ada ni, over dengan 2 darab H yang